WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish out. Bright future we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions. Fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Yes, everyone. Welcome to a bit of a different one today. It is a Kahoot quiz. So shout out, I don't know if he's there, but shout out Dog if he's there in the comments. He actually came up with the idea for this. But it's just it's a simple, straightforward Kahoot quiz, and it'll be interactive, and obviously we'll see who can win. Let me just type this onto Twitter. But yeah, big up, Chairman. Hope you're good. Presume out. Oh, I don't know. Are you with JC on his birthday today? Big Dog, big up yourself, and yeah, thanks again for the suggestion for this quiz idea. And I appreciate the background at the moment isn't right, but you know what? To be fair, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But anyways, as we know, you can tell by the title, the quiz today is Crystal Palace Premier League in the 2020s. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Kahoot, it is a quiz website. It's very, very simple. Sorry, Dog. I didn't realize, but big up yourself as well. As said, thank you for your idea on this one. Big up Damo. Not the Big Dog. But yeah. So if you don't know, Kahoot is a quiz website. I'll go through how we can do this. It's really, really simple. You don't need to sign up to anything or anything like that. I did a test run myself earlier. It's really simple. And Big Dog, to answer your question, there isn't a lot to it. There'll be a QR code on the screen, and then they'll automatically take you into it. So as you can see here, I've got some quizzes here. A few of them are from a previous life that I led. We do have the Crystal Palace Premier League 2020's quiz. So all the questions will be related to Crystal Palace in the Premier League in the 2020s. But I thought it would be a good idea to have a go at the Kahoot warm-up quiz. They're really, really simple questions. You know, these really aren't serious questions. So it's just for people to understand how to log in, how to set up, and then be able to answer the questions. So I'm going to click on it, and then what I get to choose, I can host live, so it'll be on a big screen. So you should. Is it not going to? Or I'm going to have to share a different screen. I didn't realize it did that. So the good thing about today as well, this is a bit of a pilot because I don't really know how this is going to go on here. So hopefully it goes okay. Right? Can we see that? Yes, we can. Oh, thank God. So I'm going to go on here. I'm just going to go start. Now, what you guys can do is that there will be either a game pin. Wait, can you hear that? What is that? Maybe I can mute that. Let me mute that. That's going to annoy me. So there's a pin on there. So you can either go onto Kahoot's website. Hang on, let me bring that QR code down. So you can either use the QR code and it will take you straight to it, or you can go onto the website and type in that pin code. You don't need to sign up or anything like that. All you need to do is log in. Just follow the QR code. It will take you to wherever it goes. And then I believe you'll just need to put in a nickname. Obviously, keep it PG because it is before 9 o'clock. So we do have our first people in there. Okay. Big up Damo. Dan's Fat Bean. I don't know what that means. So I don't. I'm assuming that that's my physical head, not something else. And I said this one's just going to be a warm up. This isn't going to be serious, so don't worry about like who wins and whatever. I do have some little bits of information in between each question as well, but I'll explain it all when we get there. So who else do we have? We got Chairman, big up Chairman. We got Nutman, Uncle Dan, big up dog. I'll just wait a couple of minutes for other people to get involved. Rich, if you want the QR code's there, if you want to scan in. So I was saying to Rich before Huh?
Yeah, checking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Lovely.
Big up, Gabriel. Thank you for joining. So I'll wait just a couple minutes, and we'll. He's next man. Oh, I thought the X was to like cover up. I thought it was like Nutman. That's definitely a pause. But yeah, let me get that QR code up.
A sec, of thinking alone. Wait, I'm gonna swap my nickname in a minute. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll be ready to join.
Well, this is just a warm up one, Rich. I did a quick warm up quiz before because I thought if people aren't familiar with Kahoot, then we can just have a quick trial run. It's only like a couple of questions, so. Big up, Mike. Thanks for joining.
Sorry, I don't know why this app is taking so long to download. Should have known.
Bean equals head shape. Yeah, I did assume it was that and not something random.
Okay, I'll do that. So putting the pin back in again. There we go.
Yeah, this is Kahoot. I was saying to Rich before, and I know Rich uses it for this as well, but I used to use it for my lessons. So that's why, if anyone was here at the beginning, that's why you saw some old geography quizzes about like volcanoes and stuff. So that's from a former life. Big up. Big up Finn. Big up Show Me. How you getting on, Rich?
We're done.
Sweet. Right, so let's go. So this first one is literally just going to be a warm up. So don't take these scorings too seriously on this one. It's only 5 questions. So let's crack on. I'll talk everyone through how this works for those who haven't done it before. So I'll click on start, and then the first question should come up. It will give you about 5 seconds to read the question before you then answer it on your phone. So it'll come up on your phone with 4 different choices. I think it's red, blue, yellow, green. That'll correlate to one on the screen. So if you just click, it'll make sense when you see it. If I start the quiz, just make sure you can all still see that. Sweet.
Yeah. It's fastest finger as well.
Yeah, fast. You get more.
Just in case.
So, first question: who are currently top of the Premier League? And then it gives you 4 answers. So if you tap the relevant one on your whichever screen you're using, and then you can see on the side there how many people have answered. If you do get stuck, I can just skip it. And then there we go. So yeah, so everyone got that one right. If you got it wrong, I would be worried. I'm not going to lie. And then the quicker you do it, it said the more points you got. So Finn clicked first, so therefore he got the most points.
Also, I don't know if this one still has the streak where, like, if you get quite a bit of correct if you get correct answers, then the more correct answers, it doubles your or gives you added points or something like that. No way, son.
Yeah, so someone's obviously not current affairs. Which club owns South London? Is it Millwall? Lol. Charlton Athletic? Lol. Crystal Palace or Charlotte FC? Tim, don't worry,
Tim. We're doing a test one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a test one for everyone to get familiar with Kahoot, and then the proper one will be whenever this is done. Okay, Charlotte FC. I'll accept that because Wilf plays for them. So yeah, so Finn, you've got three correct ones in a row.
I'm convinced the dog is trolling with his answers.
100%, definitely. Which of these Palace favourites had a trial at Palace? Oh. See, that's probably a question. You can't see the question, though. You should be able to see them on. To be honest, you will need two screens, so you'll either need to see either have a desktop and then play it on your phone. That's the best way I would say to do. Or you have two desktops. Ideally, you need two screens.
Yeah.
Possibly, if you could get your phone out, and then when we do the next one, scan the QR code with your phone, and I would say do it through your phone, like the actual answering. That's the best way I would say to do it.
I agree.
It is Lewis Dunk. Lewis Dunk actually had a trial with us to join our academy, and he got rejected. Actually, I don't know if he did get rejected. I think that is fake news, but yeah. Anyway, this is the last one of the practice one. I couldn't be asked to think of another question because my brain had melted earlier. So, but you get the point. But in this one, for example, if it does take long or someone's dropped out or whatever, I can just skip it. So, we're not stuck around anywhere. And it gives you a nice little podium at the end. So big up Mike, big up Finn. And who's come first? Chairman. Big up Chairman. So yeah, so that's that one. So if I bring this back and I go to my other ones. So let's go to Crystal Palace host. So let me just share my screen 1 sec. Okay, so if I start. So this is for the actual proper one now. Where is it? There you go. So I said, if you join, I would say best thing to do, have the questions on the screen and then get your phone and scan that QR code with your phone. What kind of delay, dog? Is it like an audio delay or a visual one? To be fair, you should be okay if it's a visual one. What I've done though is that some of them on this are definitely not easy questions. So it's not yeah.
There he is. Misinformation. I was waiting for that one to turn up.
Love that. Rich, I think I can hear myself a little bit on your thing.
Oh, that's lovely. And you can start hearing my voice more and more, Dan. Hi, how are you? Is there an echo?
I think. Hello? Oh no, it's gone now. Sweet. Sick. Right, who we got in the chat? So we
have an imposter.
Rich too. I know who that is. That's got to be dog. That's got to be you, Nicky the Smurf, Chairman, Damo, Mike, Tim, Misinformation, Rich, Gabriel. Big up everyone. Let me make that QR code bigger again.
Snub it. I think it's kicked me out.
Oh no, you're back there. I think. Oh, maybe reloaded.
Hold on a sec, let me see.
That is the only thing with Kahoot I always found was that like sometimes it would kick people out. I noticed that when and then you get I used to get halfway through the quizzes in the class, and then they would kick them out, and the kids would get the right answer because they would be like first, and they get kicked out. Yeah. Right, let's give it till let's give it 2 more minutes, and then we'll crack on with the quiz. So it'll be very similar to before. Up the crystals. It'll be very similar to before. You have 20 seconds in each question. It will appear on the screen first, then you answer it. I do have lots of notes for each question, so it won't be just thing, fire, quiz, blah blah blah. I will be trying to interact a little bit as well, so it's not like question time or something like that.
Big up Team Rich.
Where's Rich 1 though?
No change.
Got a Rich 2 and a Rich 3.
Should we start 20 past? So it's a nice little time.
Yeah, 20 past GMT, people.
Yes.
So if you're based in if you're based
in the States,
yeah, in the States, I think New York's 5 hours behind, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think Tim's 6 hours behind if you're Colorado. I think that geography degree is really paying off. But yeah, but if this quiz goes well and people enjoy it, 100%, we'll do it again in the future. This is like a nice little pilot. This is like you know when you see like the pilot of like The Office. I don't know, like 20 years later, and it's like, what is this? But
man, 12 participants. So that's all right.
very decent.
13.
Oh wow, soon we're gonna have a team of Richards. See,
I know.
we got 4 now.
Hey, someone's loaded the banner.
Yeah. So yeah, who's got all their phones out? Work phone, home phone, drug phone.
Huh? Don't say out.
Right, getting ready.
You're getting the burner phone ready. It's not scanning the code. Pagan.
Don't know. Can Nokia brick phones scan QR codes?
Who has Nokia brick phone?
Burners.
What?
Right, it's 20 past. Let's go.
Yeah, let's make a start.
Let's do it. So, Crystal Palace in the Premier League in the 2020's quiz. So, question number 1. Which of these managers did not manage Crystal Palace in the 2020s? Is it Roy Hodgson, Frank de Boer, Paddy McCarthy, or Patrick Vieira? Nice easy one to start us off.
Ooh, some got caught out with the Paddy one.
That was a little bit of a red herring, but Paddy McCarthy did manage 2 games. I actually can't remember though. I know one of them was Arsenal. Who was the other one, Rich? I can't remember now.
So I think it might be the home game because someone got when was it Hobson went to hospital.
Yeah, that does sound about right.
Was that Man City at home? I could be wrong.
Remember. I remember it was a difficult game because I remember like everyone afterwards was like, oh, actually, we done all right, all things considered.
Considering, yeah.
Frank de Boer got sacked in 2017. So that was 8 years. That was 8 years ago now. But yeah. Right, next one. So taking early lead, we got up the crystals. Going into question 2. Who has the most goals in a single Premier League season since the beginning of the 1920 season? Is it Jordan Ayew, Wilfried Zaha, Jean-Philippe Mateta, or Eberechi Eze?
Good question.
So most goals in a single Premier League season. It is Jean-Philippe Mateta. And Rich, do you want to guess when that was? Right, it can only really be one season, I suppose.
Wait, last season he got 14, didn't he? And he's what was he on? No, it's on 14 now. It must be this season, no? Or was it last season?
No,
It's one of the two seasons.
It was last season. He got 19
Actually,
goals.
Wait, in the Prem?
According to my research. Yeah, he proper went mad. It was, and the thing is, it was all towards the end of the season.
19.
Dog, I'm not sure. Did you? Do you have? So have you got the questions on your laptop screen, and then did you use the QR code to look on your? Yeah, go on your phone, because on your phone you'll only see colors, but you'll see the question on this screen here, where with me and Rich on.
Yeah, then so maybe you might have to read out the questions very quickly.
Yeah, I will read them out, and I'll do it in order. So the top, it'll go in. The top ones will be the ones I read first, and then the bottom ones will be the ones after.
Tim, have you got two devices? That's the key. So I'm on the second screen on my main computer screen.
Because what I did was, so it's just scan the QR code on with your phone, and the options should come up on your phone, just the colors, but the actual question and the possible answers will come up on the stream screen, if that makes sense. All right, let's go to the next one.
I'm guessing your quiz has issues with time zones too.
Yeah,
there's a delay.
I think so. Yeah, Tim, exactly. That's exactly it. So if you're so you see the options on this stream, and then
that's the key to it. Yeah,
and then you just click the button on your phone or wherever it is.
Yeah, the answers, the worded answers and the questions won't be on your second device.
Yeah. Right. Next question, number 3. Crystal Palace have relegated 5 teams from the Premier League, but only 1 in the 2020s. Is it Watford, Fulham, Huddersfield, or Southampton? I enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed this one.
Yes, I've got it right then.
It's a little. That's a tough question. So there's a little clue there. It was Watford. And Rich, do you remember the result? To be fair, I didn't really remember the result. I don't really remember this game very well, but I enjoyed it. I don't
remember Watford being in the league.
I know. At first, I thought, I was sure they got relegated before the 2020s, but we relegated them in 21-22. It was a 1-0 loss at Selhurst, and guess who scored a penalty? Wilf.
Yes. Now it rings a bell.
And then, do you want to take a stab at the other 4 teams that we've relegated in the Premier League? And if you know them in the comments, chuck them in there. Who are the other teams that Palace have? This doesn't go towards the quiz, but who else have Palace relegated?
I'm going to say Sunderland. No, I can't say Derby County because they'll probably relegate it by Christmas. Burnley.
Not quite.
Maybe Stoke. Maybe Stoke.
Yep, Stoke was one. I went to that. I was at that game. Like beautiful day it was. Beautiful weather. Obviously, not if you're a Stoke fan.
Yeah. And
There's
Huddersfield, maybe.
Yep, Huddersfield 2019. That was another one. Can't remember the score of that game, but I do remember that happening. The other two were, and I've seen it in the comments. Big Dog, you are correct. Hull was one. Do you remember? It was when we battered them. Like, was it 5-0 or something? Was it 4-0 or 4-1?
Yeah.
But Harry Maguire was in that game, and I think he got spun in like the
yes.
He got spun in like the first minute.
Robertson was there too, no? And that's before he moved to Liverpool.
Yes, I think so. And I've realised I've actually only written down 4 teams when there was 5, so I don't know the other one. So apologies for that. Because someone confirm if it was Cardiff or West Brom. Seems like West Brom is the most common answer there. But anyways, let's move on to the next question. So in the league, we got Up the Crystals, Rich 2, Nicky the Smurf, Dan went to Don, and Gabriel in the top 5, or Gabriel in the top 5. Number 4. In July 2020, Palace fielded their oldest ever lineup versus Chelsea. How old was the starting 11? This is a tough question. I'm not going to lie. But just
you got to think of Luca, Maka, Coyote, Ward.
Yeah. So in that team,
just went with the highest one.
We went, yeah. So Greater 33. This is a starting 11, right? Greater 33. Scott Dan 33. Gary Cahill 34. Patrick Van Arnholt, Spring Chicken 29. Joel Ward 30. Luca 29. Koyate 30. Jimmy 32. Ayew 28. The youngest in that first 11 was Zaha, and he was 27.
That's
and
crazy.
Benteke 29. And let's move on to the next question. So Up the Crystals is on a streak of 4. Rich 4 has moved into the top 3. Question number 5. In which month and year was the new stand expansion announced? Was it in June 2015? March 2020?
Announced or confirmed? This is a trick question.
Announced. There's only one. No. There can only be one answer with these options.
Yeah, I know that. But I mean, I was just asking regarding. Yeah, I don't know.
It was in 2017, so that was 8 years ago. Because I did kind of, because I knew that was going to be a question, so I thought, right, I'll make the other options like really not that. So that's why I put like September 1905, for example. And who is this former Crystal Palace player? If you know, you know.
Legend himself.
I love that this was the most quickly answered question of all of them. And a bit of trivia for you. Do you know he only made one senior appearance for Palace? Do you know who or when it was against? Who was against or when it was? It was against AFC Bournemouth in the League Cup. I believe it was a League Cup. And that was the same one where Wayne Hennessy blazes penalty over the crossbar.
Yes.
But Yaroslav Yak, the man, the legend. Since the beginning of the 1920 season, who has the most total PL assists for Palace? Is it Andros Townsend, Jordan Ayew, Michael Elise, or Eberechi Eze? I will say it was very close. There was only one assist separating the players. So are you going longevity?
Why have you got Max Meyer in the picture?
I didn't want to give any clues because I think if I put Eze there, people are like, it's definitely Eze. It's definitely Eze. No, it's Michael Elise. He got 22 Premier League assists. Eze is so far on 21 in that same time period. Surprisingly though, do you know how many Jordan Ayew's got? 18. He really wasn't. Ayew wasn't far behind, which I was surprised.
Yeah, because he had one season. The last season under. That's right. Because I remember, if memory serves me right, like against Chelsea, he assisted. Say he had quite a few assists, and I think even when Glasner stepped in as well, he had a few assists in those games too.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure one season he was our top assister? I can't remember now, but yeah, one season he got like 7-8 assists, I think.
Yeah,
can't remember which one it was. But you're correct. It was that Yak's Salt appearance was the one we lost on pens. It was like 11-10 or something on pens. But yeah. Anyway, up the Crystals. Rich 4, Rich 2, Nicky a Smurf, Misinformation Man make up the top 5. Which of these teams did Palace not play en route to their FA Cup semi-final appearance in 2022? Was it Millwall, Stoke, Everton, or Stockport County? So which of these teams did we not play?
I remember all of those games now.
You know what? One of them I genuinely have no recollection of. I really don't. Stoke was one. I really don't remember playing.
So that is the one where it was like Stoke should have won. I won't lie. It was an evening game. We were rubbish, and then Gyro comes on first. His first shot, I think, it goes to the corner flag.
Yeah.
And then he actually scored the goal, which was like a proper bobbly. It was a mess.
Yeah. I do. Oh yeah, no. I do. I do remember that now, actually. Yeah, no, I do remember that now, actually. Because obviously, like the Millwall game, definitely remember that one. The Everton game, definitely remember that. Stockport County, for all those who were wondering, we played them this season. That's this season we played them.
Yeah.
And I think the last time we
in that season, did we not play? Was it Hartlepool?
Yeah. We played Hartlepool in the first round. Was it? No. Sorry, we played them in the second round. Millwall we played in the third round. Then Hartlepool in the fourth. Then it must have been Stoke. Then Everton. And obviously the game against Chelsea. Yeah. That semi-final really annoyed me because they really weren't very good that day either.
They weren't.
Anyway,
made a big mistake.
Definitely. Against which team did Nathan Ferguson made his sole Premier League appearance? I can't remember.
I remember this because I remember JC calling me and goes, he's cheap as shit.
He's what?
I remember JC calling me and goes, he's actually plays. I'm like, what is that?
Do you remember what game it was?
It was.
And if anyone knows it in the comments.
Stadium. And he played 10 minutes? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Wolf got sent off in that too.
Oh yeah, I think he did. Yeah. I've got the result. It was 3-0 away defeat to Spurs in 21-22, and he replaced Tyrick Mitchell on the 83rd minute. Apparently, there you go. The man, the myth, the legend. And yeah, it was Boxing Day. I didn't notice that it was Boxing Day because I was thinking I didn't even try to go to that game, but Boxing Day.
Yes, I was at my brother's house at that time.
Yeah, Boxing Day is always a weird one for me. I can never really do Boxing Day games. But yeah, if anyone knows answers to the questions, like just put it in the comments. And we are moving on to the halfway point of the quiz. Which of these London grounds have Palace won at since the beginning of the 1920 season? So we've only actually won at one of these stadiums since the beginning of them. So I was actually surprised. I thought our record was better at some of the places on here that I thought.
No, our Emirates record is terrible. And so is our record at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Stamford Bridge, we've got a couple draws.
Yeah, because Spurs and Chelsea, I was like, okay, I know definitely we're not very good there. But the Emirates, I just assumed, because I think like we went through a phase of like, I think we drew there like 3 years in a row, I think, or something like that.
Right, we did win once, I believe.
Yeah, that was when I think Zaha scored and like, what's his name? Oh, who was that really terrible Arsenal centre back? I can't can't remember his name now. Scott. He was a German guy, but I can't remember what his name was. But
So not Mertesacker.
no. It was the other one. I can't remember his name now. He bought him for like 50 mil, and he was rubbish in the Prem. And Zaha just spun him, and he scored. But yeah. Mustafi. There you go. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Mustafi. That's who it was. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Right at the halfway point of the quiz, we got Up the Crystals, which I'm guessing is chairman in top place. Rich 4, I don't know which Rich that is. It's a bit of a tongue twister actually. Rich 2 in third place, Misinformation in fourth place, and Nicky the Smurf in fifth place. We're all to play for. Maybe I should have made the last ones like double. But which of these sides has Luke Plange not been on loan to? Is it HJK Helsinki, Rotherham United, Derby County, or RWD Molenbeek?
Oh, you idiot!
Oh, did you take the red herring? There's kind of a red herring in there. I wouldn't say it's a red herring.
Oh, great, right.
Yeah, you got it right. He actually did go back on loan to Derby County immediately after he
That's
signed
where
him.
I thought I meant wrong, because I knew that they had signed him.
Yeah, no, we sent him back straight after. Obviously, he had that spell at Molenbeek where he was rubbish, and at HJ, and obviously he's at Helsinki. I don't know.
He got hat-trick there, didn't he?
Is he? Yeah, I mean, I'm not being rude about the Finnish league, but if you can't play in that league, you're finished. Right, next question. So, who is
you
this
didn't let them see the scores?
Is former Palace Academy graduate? This might be a bit of a hard one, actually. When I was writing it, I didn't think it'd be mega hard, but actually looking back on it, this might be quite difficult. I'll give you... Actually, I won't give any clues, because obviously... There you go, Sam Woods. Ryan Innes was... I don't know where he's at now, but he was at Charlton for a while. Jacob Montes. I don't even know what Jacob Montes looks like, if I'm to be brutally honest. Unfortunately, no one clicked the Remy Matthews. But Sam Woods made 4 appearances for us. He made 3 in the League Cup, 1 in the FA Cup. Fortunately for him, he grew up a Palace fan, so it is unfortunate. Released in 21 at the end of 2021 season. The next question here are the scores so far. Nicky the Smurf has moved up into 4th place. What has been our best final rank in the 2020s? 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th? And you know what?
I'd intentionally put a clue in there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, to be fair. Do you know how many points we got last season? Do you remember?
What did we finish on?
Finished 10th. How many points did we get?
It's 40.
Higher.
Was it 40?
Higher.
No. Well, I'm thinking 49 then. Yeah, 40.
Yeah, correct. And yeah, Tim Hazard. Oh. Yeah, they're it was 49 points, which is the most amount of points we've actually ever got in the Premier League era. So
what are we currently on now?
Oh, good question.
39, right?
Yes. So we got 10 games to get 10 points, and we'll yeah. So yeah, and yeah, our previous best, I think we've 10th is our equal best finish, but I think I'm pretty sure that Pulis season we got 40. I think our best season after the last one was 48, I believe. I can't remember which, but it wasn't the Pulis one. I think it was actually the one after that. Oh, Jacob Montes is at RWD Molenbeek. Well, there you go.
Sure.
Fair enough. Chairman's at the bottom. So who is up the Crystals? I don't know who that is. But Chairman and Misinformation have moved up. Rich 4 and 2 still in the podium places. Question 14. Before this season, Palace has only won 2 EFL Cup games since 1920. Can you name both teams. So can you pick 2 answers, please? So which of these teams have we actually beaten?
It doesn't line a bit, do it?
Doesn't it?
No.
Why not?
I think it's one of those ones where you can pick one of 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I thought you had to pick 2. So if you had picked either Oxford... Wait, what? Yeah, sweet. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
Right.
Oxford or
was,
Plymouth? Oh, okay. I thought you had to pick both. Cool.
Yeah, me, JC, Chairman went to that one. If memory serves me, 1-0. Once again, Edward scored, and Oxford could have beaten us as well, to be honest. But it was nice to see Eboué. He played that game later on, and he did some nasty skill. Like, he flicked over someone's head.
Did he actually?
Yeah, so, no, like it was mad.
So I think because I couldn't go to that game, and I remember I think like you couldn't find that game was not. I don't think that game was being shown anywhere like in the world. It was one of those like early League Cup games that just weren't happening. And obviously the other one was Mateta's hat trick against Plymouth Argyle. Can't remember what season it was. Oh, it was 23-24. I've got in my notes. Oh, and fun fact then for the other 2, there are significance to those why I put Colchester United and Watford. Do you know why, Rich?
We lost both.
Yeah, we lost both of those games.
So memory serves me right, the Watford one, I think Mateta missed a header like on the goal line.
Oh, I can't remember that.
I think we lost like 1-0.
Yeah, we did. We lost 1-0, and ironically, that was the same season that we relegated them. So we lost to a relegated team. And in the Colchester game, we lost on penalties. I remember going to that game. What an awful game it was! And Andros Townsend missed his spot kick. Right. No changes in the top 5. We are moving into the home straight. Palace's opening win versus Sheffield United was their second opening win this decade. Who is the other team we've beaten on the opening day this decade?
Oh, I don't know if I got this right though.
You know what? I think if people don't remember this, I think there's a reason for this. It was Southampton. But you know what? It was in the beginning of the 2021 season. So I'm not going to lie, my memory of like that kind of time just evaporated. And we won 1-0. We won 1-0 at home. That's what I mean. I genuinely don't even remember that. Let me see who scored actually. If anyone knows, put that in the comments. Let me see if I can find 2020. Wilfred Zaha apparently scored in the 13th minute. So yeah. And yeah, exactly. It was the lockdown season.
That's probably why.
Oh, okay. If this is a thing, this might be something we need to review later down the line. And if the delay is that bad that you can't even answer, okay. I'll bear that in mind.
Or maybe make the time longer than 20 seconds.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe if I do like 30 seconds or something, then at least it's a bit more. It was in lockdown. It was Wilf in the 13th minute in that Southampton game at home.
That's what I'll say in the comment section after the stream. Put down like any feedback, and then we could use that to try and improve this. Because I mean, Dad, feel free for even sorting this out in the first place. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I've always wanted to do a little quiz one, and this is a little pilot anyway, so there's always going to be teething issues, especially with like Kahoot and things like that, and you know, trying to beam it across the world and stuff like that. Before Dean Henderson was given a number 1 shirt, which number did he wear?
Right.
30, 14, 23, or 13?
Oh, you idiot, Rich.
Leon, what we're going to do is we'll assuming this continues to go well, we'll get some feedback at the end. and then hopefully we can make this a more regular thing. This is kind of like a pilot, really, just to kind of get this going.
It was. I messed up.
Well,
which
one did you pick?
I went 13 and I went, no, that's the wrong one.
13. Yeah. Obviously, 23 was Mr. Conor Gallagher. And let's see. Yeah, I know I haven't got any notes for that. Only that. Obviously, Sam Johnson. Also, Sam Johnson was still at the club when he was given the number 1 shirt. So I thought it was kind of peak. But
yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Top 5, still the same as it is. Which team was the iconic Alexander Sorloth sold to from Palace? Was it to Trabzonspor, Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid, or RB Leipzig?
I can't remember now. I stopped an answer and now I'm like, actually.
It was Leipzig.
Yeah, I should have gone Leipzig. I went Trabzonspor.
Yeah, Trabzonspor, he only went on loan. But I don't really understand what happened there because we sold him for 20 mil, but they got half of it, and I don't really know why. And I don't really get why. Like, I don't know if maybe we sold him with like an obligation to buy or something at the end or something like that, and then literally have no idea. Anyways, moving on to the next question. Rich 4 has overtaken Up the Crystals. It's tight at the top. Very, very tight. Nicky Smurf sneaking into 5th there. Since the beginning of the 1920 season, how many loans have Palace had from Chelsea? There may be a little red herring there in there. So yeah, maybe 30 seconds in the future I think will be better actually, because questions like this you have to think about.
Oh, I just got that correct.
It was 4. To be fair, I don't think there's been enough seasons for it to be 6. Can you name the 4, Rich?
Gallagher, Chilwell, Chalobah.
Yeah.
What was this? Not sure about Loftus-Cheek one, whether or not that.
No, that was.
I know that.
That was.
I know that picture was there.
That was the red herring. No, he was before then.
I can't remember the 4th then. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. It was Batshuayi, and we've actually had 7 in the Premier League era from Chelsea. 7 loans. Do you know the other? Well, you said Loftus-Cheek. Do you know the other 2? If anyone in the comments knows the other 2.
No.
Chairman's got 1. Loic Remy
was
one.
Remy.
And another Crystal Palace fan favourite, Patrick Bamford.
Yeah.
And he was so bad. He was so crap. For me, he's up there one of the worst loans I've seen there. Oh, Rich 4's dropped to 3rd place. That freeway battle there. Certainly more exciting than the Premier League title race this season.
That is close, to be fair.
Last 2 questions. Last season, Palace equaled their largest Premier League win. Who was it against? So who did we win 5-0 last season, basically? Because there is a clue in the picture there. I think everyone's going to remember this one, though. And Chairman, yeah, I do agree. Bamford did have a nice head of hair. And yep, it was Aston Villa right at the end of the season. I'm pretty sure they were hungover. And going into the final question, top 5.
What a Rich 2.
Chairman, Rich 4, Up the Crystals, and Rich 2 with 5 answers in a row correct. That is fantastic. Finally, from which club did we purchase Jean-Philippe Mateta from? Was it Mainz, Leverkusen, Stuttgart, or Werder Bremen? Who did we buy Jean-Philippe Mateta from? The man that is.
Stuttgart.
It was Mainz. It was Mainz.
It was.
Yeah. And then final scores. Here's a podium. In third place, Rich 4. Very well done. Up the Crystals in second. And then Rich 2 has pipped it with the eagle, the iconic eagle. And then
I'm intrigued to know who's who.
Yeah, can you guys? Rich, got a question here. Are we going to the training day? Just got tickets. I'm not going.
Don't even know when it is.
Yeah, I don't know when it is either, but I'm assuming it will be during work hours. So I won't be around.
Yeah, most likely will be.
Bamford also scored before 5 unanswered goals at Leeds. Yeah, I remember that one. I was there for that game. That was a very nice one. Big Dog was misinformation. Very well done. So in the chat, who was who? I want to know. Okay. So who was Rich 2? Who was Rich 4? Who was everyone? Rich, who were you?
Yeah. I'll say just saying night to Nev.
Right.
Good night, guys. I finished second.
Are you up to
I
Crystals?
I was up to Crystals. I messed up the Villa, the United. Because I thought the picture, I thought, no, he's probably done that to throw me off, and I completely forgot we beat them 5-0. Because I went straight to United for the whole 4-0.
Oh no,
that messed me up. And it is what it is.
I'll
take a second place.
5-0. I can see. Oh, no, I didn't write down when it was, but that 5-0. I can't. Again, that was another Harry Maguire special.
Wait, is no one trying to admit that they were?
No one wants to. No. 8th of April is the thing.
Oh, it's half time.
7th, unlucky Hazard. I was down to Don and Nicky the dog had 2 on the go. Brilliant. I love that. And big up, Tim. Thanks very much for tuning in, mate. And enjoy the rest of the day.
Big up, Tim. Just for the agenda, if no one claims it, I was with 3 of them. If no one claims it.
He's got 5 burner phones on the go. Hey, you joined on question 10. What happened, Hazard? So if you've got any feedback in the comments, let us know, because this was like a pilot, to be honest.
100 comments on this comments. Once you come off it, go back to the stream and put the comments there. That'll be easy for us.
Yes, yeah.
Which we'll just come back to it.
That is a good idea.
And stuff. Leon, now that it's during half term, I may or may, let me see how my Easter break goes. I do tend to like to rest, but I'm not going to rule it out now. And stuff. Oh, wait. It was JC. There
we go.
There goes our friend, Agendas.
Big up.
Speaking of JC, guys, show him some love. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday, JC.
Happy birthday, JC. It's the reason why he's not on stream. I'm pretty sure Ree's got something very nice lined up for him this evening. And big up day. Yeah, no, you know what? Dan, well done. I think this was fun.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm happy. Always happy to do it again. So I think it's always a bit of teething issues to begin with, but and who knows? Maybe we'll make like a bit of a league of it in the future as well. Perhaps if we get going, or we have some other incentives.
If you wanted to know, Dan, for the mess about one you did at the start, I was Finn.
You were Finn? Because I was thinking that. I was thinking, Finn hasn't turned up in this second one.
I was just disappointed you didn't read the name.
You
didn't even realize.
What was it? I'll have to go back on the stream and have a look at it. I can't remember.
I'll message you.
Okay.
Let me WhatsApp you now.
All right.
I can't believe you just read things.
Cheers, dog. Cheers, dog. It was a great idea. No, thank you very much for the idea. It was a good idea.
There you go.
Cool.
Quickly,
thoughts on Kapoha. I wouldn't necessarily believe that source. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, he's been chatting rubbish and stuff. Yeah,
he-
Leo, I'll let you know when the next Comavi giveaway is. I don't even know when the next one is, to be honest. Maybe we'll check. They'll email me in and now. Or they'll email us, sorry, and we'll let you know.
Rich, apparently you're on the traumatizing list with Pat. I'm not sure what that means.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
What did I do? Oh, now I'm confused.
Oh,
right.
I've just read your. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say that out loud. Anyways, guys, thank you all very much for watching. If you got any feedback, leave it on the comments after the stream, and we'll hopefully do this again. Anyways, anything to say now is up the palace. Eagles.